guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I am so happy today because I am finally getting to test out these unicorn brushes. There are a total of 10 brushes here, and as you can see, I've already done my face, so I do already have my thoughts and feelings on them, and you can see that they're colored in a little bit here and there, so I have been using them today for my makeup. I found them nearby my work in this sort of quirky chemist sort of place that sells a lot of different makeup products, a lot of different hair products, a lot of different perfume, and a lot of other things along those lines. And I saw these in the window and they were literally still in bubble wrap, but I just saw them poking through and I was like, oh, what is that? And I had to go down and buy them. They do come with this makeup bag as well, and this is the brand, I want to call it Genvi. Well, the thing is, it has a little genie sort of picture on the side, so that's why I sort of want to say Genvi, but I think it's Genvi. I'm not exactly sure how to say it. I have never heard of this brand before, but I was just absolutely in awe in this like metallic purple, and I've done my nails to sort of match today this metallic purple color here, and this rainbow bristles on the brush. I can show you here the clean one that I didn't actually end up using in a tutorial. So it has these rainbow bristles here, this long beautiful unicorn horn end, and then this gold section through the middle here to hold the bristles in, and it just has, oh, it's on this side, it has the title of the company right here as well. The first thing obviously was the color that drew me in, but then the second thing that made me just really want to buy them was when I tested them. They are literally the softest thing I have ever felt in my life, and I thought to myself, hey, if these don't even work, one, I can look at them because they're pretty, and two, they're just so soft I can just like pat them on myself and be a happy chappy. So I did find these online, so you can buy them not just in the store but also online, and they are again from the company called Genvi. Online it's just genvi.com.sg, and I was able to find them online for actually $35, and I bought mine in store for $42, which is relatively okay because I'm sure you would have probably had to pay for shipping on top of that, so it probably works out to be the correct cost. Now inside here it does say that it comes with 10 brushes, and it comes with a lip brush, flat shader brush, fluff brush, pencil brush, blending brush, fan brush, angled contour brush, tapered contour brush, powder brush, and flat top brush. I used 9 of the 10 today, but like I said, I didn't use the powder brush, but I'm sure I'll use it in another tutorial coming up soon, and I plan to use those brushes for other tutorials as well, just to keep testing them out. Now without further ado, let me show you how I use these beautiful brushes. I just went ahead and primed with this Benefit Pore-fessional. Now I'm going to go on to foundation, and I'm also not going to use the unicorn brushes for this. I'm just going to use my beauty blender because, to be honest, I'm just really scared. I don't want to get foundation in my brushes because that is one of the hardest things to get out of makeup brushes. I've accepted that they're going into other brushes, but I just really don't want to dirty these ones too much. I really hope I can get everything out of the brushes after I'm done. Now going in with concealer, I'm using my Nars Radiant Creamy Concealer in the shade Light, but again, I'm just going to use my beauty blender, so I'll skip ahead with this step. So I'm just quickly going to use my beauty blender for the last time now. Oh, try and find a clean spot. There we go. And I'm going to use my Mercier translucent powder to bake under my eyes. But then we're going to get into the brushes, and I'm going to use the first brush to set the rest of my face with this same translucent powder. Now, here it comes, the first brush I'm going to use. It is this flat top brush, and I'm going to use it to dip into the powder. It seems to be picking up a lot of product so far, that's good. Just going to tap off the excess because I probably don't need that much. And I'm just going to plop this on my face like this. Oh, it's spreading a lot of product. You can see that's easily moving around. It's easily getting to every place that I'm putting it. It's not leaving behind too much. Quite impressed. I will have to say the bristles are quite flimsy, so when I'm pressing it against my skin you can see that it's just not staying very dense, but it didn't say that it was a kabuki brush or anything like that, which obviously have much denser bristles than any other brushes. It is synthetic, so I can't expect too much, but I will say it's still applying the product very nicely, but it's just bouncing quite a lot, and it's hard to sort of keep it quite firm when I'm placing it on my skin, but I can still work with that. I'm just going to use the same brush to dust away the powder underneath my eyes. Now I can say that worked really well because since the bristles do bend a little bit, it was very easy just to swipe across and take away all that baking. It is also very easy to get into the corners of the eyes since the bristles do bend. So as much as I was sort of disappointed by the bristles being a bit bendy before, they're actually coming in handy. Now since we are going for a natural look today, I'm not going to use my Anastasia Beverly Hills Dip Brow. I just want to use this Benefit Gimme Brow. I'm still using the old packaging. I should probably go and get a new one soon. But it is the same one that you can buy in stores with the Gimme Brow. It's just now in a silver packaging. So I'm just going to use this and comb through my eyebrows for a nice natural eyebrow look. This is so unrelated to the topic of unicorn brushes, but does anybody else have this where one eyebrow looked like it went to Harvard University and graduated with first class honors? The other one dropped out of school at grade 10 and now works at McDonald's. I just can't. Oh, you're my favorite. If I have a favorite child, this is my favorite child. Now moving on to the eyes, I'm going to use these 4 eye brushes. And we have here the flat shader brush, the fluffy brush, the pencil brush, and the blending brush. And I'm just going to create the eye look that I usually do, which is just sort of a brown smoky eye in the crease and a gold lid. I'll probably just use these 3 for the lid on the top, and then this pencil brush will help me go into the lower lash line to even out the look. So we're going to use this brush here, which is the largest brush in the eye set. So I'm going to dip into 1987 here. This is this neutral brown, and we're just going to swirl that around. Oh, it's picking up a lot of color. I better tap off the excess. Yes, that's much better. And I'm going to go into my crease. Oh, the color payoff is very nice in the eyeshadow, and I can see that the brush is evenly distributing the color on both sides, and it's so soft. Oh my gosh, oh wow, that looks really nice already. Alright, so I am very happy so far with these brushes. I'm just going to go and deepen that up even more. Good, that's looking perfect. These are working just as well as my Sigma brushes. Now the next color I want to go in with is this yellow shade down here. The shade is called, oh hang on, I'm so sorry. This shade is called 1987. The one above this brown shade that I have in my crease is called Zone. Oops, just got that a bit mixed up. Okay, so going in with now 1987, and I'm going to use the flat shader brush now, this guy here, and I'm going to take this all over my lid. So you can see here the brush has picked up a nice amount of color, and we're just going to go ahead and pack this on the lid. I'm extremely happy with how that flat shader brush just worked, because I normally have trouble with shader brushes anyway. I always find that I have to spray my brush with Fix Plus before I put it on, but again, the quality of the makeup and the brushes have been working wonderfully so far. Now to use this last brush, I'm going to take a deeper brown now. I'm going to use this color up in the corner here called Punk. It is slightly a bit more on the reddish tone, but I think it'll look nice to deepen up the crease even more. Oh, look at that pigment. So I've just used that color, as you can see, to deepen up the crease a little bit more. Now I will go back and use the first brush that I used to blend out this hash line here. I think the brushes have done a great job of blending out this outer section out here. You can see it's nice and seamless and smoky. I'm just going to repeat on the other side. So as you can see, these 3 brushes have done a fantastic job of blending out everything in the eyes. I'm just going to jump through and put on some mascara and eyeliner, and I'm just using the Too Faced Better Than Smesh and the Kat Von D tattoo liner. I'm now just going to grab these Ardel Demi-Whispy lashes and pop them on. I just got the biggest fright ever when this little munchkin just jumped up from under the sofa. I was like, what is this? What is this on me? Hello, cat. Say hello to everyone. She hates humans. She definitely, oh, thank you for that. Now I'm going to take a combination between Punk and Zone and take it in my lower lash line with this pencil brush. Let's see how this one works. It did a really good job of applying the color, but of course a pencil brush is not meant to blend anything, it's just meant to sort of place the color on. So I am going to go back and use one of the other blending brushes to blend out this lower lash line so it's not so harsh. I think the combination of those two brushes did the trick. I was going to use this lip shader brush to literally do my lips, but I think actually I'm going to use this for another purpose. I think I'm going to use it as a highlighting brush for my inner corner and my brow bone. And I'm going to take this color here, it's called Pop, it's this one right down on the corner, and I'm going to use it as a highlighting color. So again, it's picked up the color very nicely on there, as you can see, and I'm just going to take this into my inner corner. It applied very nicely. I'm very happy how that color worked with the Pop. I am just going to go in and intensify it a little bit more. Now to use the last 4 brushes, I've realized that I could have used this brush instead of the flat brush, but what I think I'm going to use it for is just to blend out sort of the contour and the blush together. So that is technically meant to be a powder brush, but then this brush here I'm going to use for contour, this brush here I'm going to use for blush, and this one here, obviously, little fan brush, going to use for highlight. First impression, we're getting a lot of color payoff, which is very nice. But the angle of the brush specifically is very good because it sort of juts out in the middle, which can really get into the crevice of that contour here. And it's just placing the color down very nicely. What I think I love most about these brushes is they're so soft. So I just can keep blending for like 5 years. It's so nice. Next I'm going to go in with this angled brush here, and I'm going to go in for some blush. This is the only brush that hasn't really picked up as much color as the other ones. Let me just see if I can build up the color. I mean, it's definitely showing up, but it's quite hard to apply with this brush here. Yeah, this one doesn't seem to be doing the trick as much, but I'll keep trying. I mean, I guess for most people this is probably a lot of blush. I just always seem to like to wear a lot of blush in photos. I don't know, but I really like that it brings a lot of color back into the face. So, I mean, I guess maybe this is just sent to me as a sign to be like, calm down on your blush a little bit. And this is actually as much as you need. Finally, we have this highlighting brush. Now, to be honest, this is the one I've been most skeptical about because it is very, very thin, although it is still really cool, but it is very thin, so I don't know how much product this is going to pick up, but I'm not really going to talk badly about it unless I've actually tried. Now, even here, as it's going into the pan, it is quite flimsy, the bristles, but I'm just going to sort of swirl back and forth inside the pan and tap off the excess, and let's see how we go. Of course, you can start to see the color showing up in here. It's normally hard to see my highlight anyway because I just don't have proper lighting in here yet. But, you know, up to the sunlight there, you can start to see a glow, but I am probably going to have to dip into this a few times to get the effect that I like. See, that's starting to work already. That's good. Oh, it is really hard to control down the center of the face because I can just feel that it's just flicking off either side very easily. But I think it'll be good for the Cupid's bow. Yeah, this is very nice. Easy to apply for the Cupid's bow. I think I'm just going to use my finger to go in for the tip of my nose. I didn't get to use this brush yet, but I'm hoping to be able to use it in another tutorial. I can hopefully say that this brush will work, as the other brushes have been working very nicely for me. So I hope to use it in my next tutorial. Stay tuned. I did just try a lip color, but I've taken it off, and it was one by MAC, but I thought that it was a little bit too pink. So I looked in my drawer to find another brown color, but I thought I would actually go the opposite way and just try a nude lip so that I can focus on the eye look, because I think it's turned out very nicely with the brushes. So this is the finished look. am so happy to say that I definitely would recommend these brushes, not only just to look at them because they're gorgeous and beautiful, but because they really do work. So running through, I can just honestly say with all of the eye brushes in particular, I was really happy with how they picked up the product and how they distributed the product on my eye. It was very easy to blend and very easy to pack on the color. I would also like to say that I'm very happy with my eyeshadow palette that I was able to use today, because I'm sure that made a difference. So I was very happy with how the eye brushes worked. And then in terms of the face brushes, like I said, with this flat brush that I used to distribute the powder on my face, it was great. It was easy to wipe away the baking, but next time I definitely think I am going to use this powder brush for that. And then the contour works really well. You can see here that there's a nice defined line, but it also spread out nice and evenly. And then the blush brush, like I said, it was probably my least favorite of all of them. But having said that, you can still see the color on my cheeks right here, so that's fine. This fan brush here, which is so adorable, I was skeptical of at first, and still at first when I was applying the product, it was quite small where I was putting the product. It wasn't actually filling up the space that I usually use, but I kept using it and kept playing around with the way I was holding it, and it did end up showing up a nice beautiful highlight on my skin. I would just be careful if you're going to go in with a fan brush on your nose, because if you take it this direction, it does kind of splatter either side, so just be careful when you're using one. But then it was beautiful for the Cupid's bow. Because it is small, it was just distributing the product beautifully right in the middle where I needed the highlight the most. So that's my review on these beautiful unicorn brushes. I just absolutely love these brushes and I can't wait to keep using them. So I would love for you to join this beautiful community we are starting here on YouTube together. I think I would like to name this little community. I think I would like to call it the Sarah Squad. I would love for you to join into the Sarah Squad family, and we can enjoy makeup together and enjoy just living a beautiful, positive life together, full of happiness and unicorn horns. So if you want to join the Sarah Squad, you can click that subscribe button, and I'll be putting out new videos every Saturday for you. I hope you have a wonderful weekend and week ahead, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!